about the same time.
Now, so no turning back.
I won't go back.
There we go. Where are my friends?
Everybody's in the bed.
Why? Hey, girl. Hey, Ivan.
Hi.
Hey, TJ.
Where am I looking at?
Hey, Samantha.
Where's the camera?
It's right there,
okay.
But I'm not looking at it either. I'm looking at myself. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, Victoria. So, we just literally came up with this random idea to do a Periscope. No invite to me. You're not ready.
Who's that?
TJ, you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be on my side, not Steven's. So, we wanted to talk about this lovely day that's coming up called, what's the day?
V-Day.
It's Steven. Ugh, I should have known. It's called Valentine's Day, guys.
Gosh, I'm not ready for it.
Tay's not ready for it.
I don't like Valentine's Day or like that. It's my brother's birthday, but like, everybody want to be all lovey-dovey and like, you know.
So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Me personally, I'm kind of like, It'll be another day. My pastor's having a prophetic training, so.
Right.
It'll be a regular Sunday for me. It's another day. Yeah, I will not be on Facebook all for Valentine's Day. I mean, yeah, that's probably the safest thing to do if it'll make you feel some kind of way.
Yeah, no. I avoid Valentine's Day. Holidays like that, I like to go out of town. So I got to be around all the lovebirds.
All the lovebirds. My niece is getting married that day, so I'll have something to do. I'm going to a wedding on the 13th. Last year on Valentine's Day, I was at a wedding too. Our church does a ball for singles around that time. It's awesome.
Yes, that's what's up.
Cool. I don't even like when I'm in a relationship. It's
well,
okay.
well,
Apostle Ivan.
you got some reevaluation.
That's the only day some people show their love.
And it shouldn't be like that. Like, Valentine's Day should be like 365 days a year.
It really should. If you're with somebody that you really love and it's a real relationship, it shouldn't just be one day. My apostle told me that it's demonic on year and had me do a bunch of research. Liz, I would love to hear that, before. But I've never heard that either.
Yes,
Hello, I said I don't even like it when I'm in one. Oh, okay. Okay, it's demonic? Is it really?
Well, hey, that's my brother's birthday.
So tell me more. Well, your brother's not. They're talking about the holiday.
Oh, the holiday itself.
Cupid is not for the Lord.
I thought Cupid was a cherub. No.
Okay, so I can see from that aspect, yeah, Cupid is not for the Lord, but what if, oh Lord, there's a history behind it.
Is it something like,
enlighten us?
Yeah, have you heard something like it was like a pagan god, like a fertility, or is that
Saint Valentine? Easter? Yep. So we shouldn't celebrate Valentine's Day at all, and the lust and perversion runs rampant. Saint Valentine, the holiday is more witchcraft. Wow. Maybe that's why I'm not really so pressed about it. Cherubs are not
cute like they depict. I heard angels are not like beautiful. Like they don't look human.
It's not that serious. Yeah, to me, it's really not that serious on a relationship tip, not on a spiritual tip. It's just kind of like it's another day. Like if you're in love with somebody, you should show them that love every day of the year. Seducing a partner into lust and fascination.
If you're married, then do whatever you want.
Forehead, 6 wings, beats actually self-pleasure. So you guys don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I will be with Jayla. It's the day before her birthday. Oh, and she's having the princess party. I
just like eating chocolates. I like chocolate.
Oh, that's different because most of the people, they're like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. And yeah. I never looked at it from the whole Saint Valentine aspect. It doesn't explain the love that we believe in. I go buy me a box of chocolate.
Yes, me too. Dove
I wait for the day after for the chocolate sale.
Yes, me too. Hey. I love chocolate. Like, chocolate is
I don't
amazing.
like chocolate, so that doesn't mean nothing.
She need to get it together. Chocolate is where it's at, honey. For sure. Wow.
So you guys just don't even, do anything. That's very interesting. This is the first time in my life that I've heard this side of it. No, I don't like
She
chocolate.
don't write. What is she doing?
I'm gonna be at prophetic training for freedom and deliverance on Valentine's Day. It's a Sunday, and my pastor said that we were gonna be on our regular routine. My mom buys me a stuffed animal every year. It's our tradition.
That's nice.
That's sweet. This is how I get to see you, Jen. Victoria, you know, I don't do a whole lot of, like, anything. I'll be at the crib by myself most of the time.
I know. I kind of
like chocolate ice cream.
I'm like, I'm coming over.
And she was over here and I was working, so.
The whole daggone time. That's all right.
I was working.
I make a way. So, that's my thing. But, Valentine's Day, I think there's an event that's being held, so I may go to the event. I'm not sure.
What's the event? Yes, that's how it is when I was there. Be about that bit. Yes, girl. And we were talking about some of the stuff we were talking about, Liz, because I was telling her how she could do her own. I love chocolate. But what's wrong? I don't like chocolate. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, hola, prima. How are you?
Love you too, Vic. Yeah. I was telling her how she just has all this great stuff that she can do, and yeah.
She was giving me some good information.
Brittany, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So if you don't celebrate, I'm so bored. Oh, you should have came over here. We're not doing anything.
No.
Being girls.
Yeah.
If you're not celebrating quote unquote Valentine's Day, what are you going to do? Like when the day of love comes around.
Love.
Quote unquote.
Every day I'm alive is a love day. Because the Lord loved me enough to wake me up.
Watch the All-Star game. Have a regular day. I'm a sports guy. That puts a whole different spin on things. Because I wonder if my husband's going to have that idea. Because I don't think of the holiday to like celebrate anything like Saint whoever, you know what I'm saying? Right. Just like Christmas is, people say stuff about Christmas and all these other holidays, but we celebrate those. So it's just kind of like, I think your intent is what really matters.
Right. I don't think about it that deep. Like, it's never that deep to me. Like, Halloween, of course, I don't celebrate. I don't do anything on Halloween. I stay home because everybody's crazy on there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think it's really your intent. If I decide to take that day and to honor whoever I'm with, or he does the same for me, and the intentions of my heart are correct, and I'm not worshiping something else, I don't think that's bad.
I agree.
I prophesy on Halloween.
Well, you gone, Liz.
Do the work of the Lord.
Yes, Lord. I'll be seeing your videos, honey. You be going in.
Halloween is oil slanging day for the prophets and intercessors. What did I do on Halloween?
Instead of giving out candy to the trick-or-treaters, need to give them little bottles of oil.
I feel like I was out of town. Wasn't I out of town on Halloween? I think I was.
Making heart-shaped brownies. Oh, that's nice. She did heart-shaped brownies for her boyfriend.
Some people go broke and will be right after the people get their tax refunds. Sure will. Take that whole tax refund and
girl.
Be broke.
Yeah. So I
celebrate Valentine's Day, but all I want is a card with a heartfelt message. Yeah, I think that's nice. Sweet. You know, I will cut up. Oh, yeah. I think it's sweet.
I wouldn't mind going out to dinner or something. Like, if I have like a bunch of single girlfriends, like we'll all just go out to dinner, just say loving things, edify one another,
I did
things
that
like
one
that.
Year, and we got each other's gifts. It was really fun.
Something like that. You just show love.
It's cute to do stuff to show affection.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just put a little extra oomph in that day. Because you show love all the time, but you just put a little extra.
Right.
In that day. So, that's good.
I don't need that day because I think that will be a regular relationship. Like, yeah, I believe that it'll be a loving day, but if that's going to be an everyday thing for you, then I think it'll just be a little bit extra on that day. Mm-hmm. Or more emphasis on that day.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not worshiping whoever St. Valentine is.
I don't even know who St. Valentine is. I never heard of that.
Yeah, love should be shown throughout the year. Absolutely.
Yep, 365 days. 66 this year. I think it's a leap year.
It's a leap year.
Yeah, so For sure. Like, what is the worst things that happened to you on Valentine's Day?
Worst things? I haven't had worst things on
Really?
Valentine's Day. The last time I had a date, I had a really, really good Valentine.
Wow.
Where are you from? I hear accent. She is from
New York, honey. New York.
I think too it's a day really to just to find out where you really are emotionally too, because if that kind of stuff still affects you and you feel some kind of way about other people showing love to other people, I think you need to get your heart in order. Mm-hmm. Like, I look at it and it excites me to see other people celebrate each other and love on their person and use that day as a day of affection to tell the world, this is my boo, mm-hmm. and this is how I'm honoring them today. I love that. But if that kind of stuff affects you and you can't celebrate somebody else's love, mm-hmm. I feel like you need to get your heart together, because you might be a little jealous, or you might not have dealt with everything that went on with you in your prior relationships, and you mm-hmm. may not be ready for another relationship. Like, somebody else's honor for their boo should not make you feel some kind of way.
It's not your business. Word up.
You know what I'm saying?
Word up. It's not your business. Worry about what you got going on. Listen, you need to be so involved in your relationship, if you with somebody, that you don't even care what's going on in the next person's relationship. You don't care how they honoring their boo, because you so busy loving on yours.
That stuff, I like seeing love stuff.
I do too. It makes me mushy.
I know. It hits that little spot. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a point in time when I was a little bitter after a few breakups, and I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like that anymore. Like,
it turns you into a sensitive thug when you ain't really over it.
Right. It actually encourages me to, look forward to what I'm going to have one day. Because I'm like, oh, that's going to be me one day.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I like seeing older couples,
Me too.
That's that real love. That's that, like, we've been married for 60 years love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, 60 years. Jesus.
60 years. That's a long time. That's like a lifetime and a half. That's that kind of love I want. Like, I've been with you forever.
That's a long time.
Forever, ever.
What's been your longest relationship?
My longest relationship was 3 years.
Oh.
Was 3 years. It was
what's been you guys' longest relationship? How many years? Mm-hmm. My longest relationship, consistently, maybe a year.
Well,
2.5. That's
2.5, 5 years. Wow.
5 years. See, is that like consistent
time.
Or off and on? Because I've had like off and on situations for like maybe 3 years or so, but
my off was like off for like a day, and then I'm like, I love you. I'm coming back.
1 month.
1 month.
Hey, I mean, I guess that's how it is sometimes.
What? Well, hey.
1 for 5 years. Whew.
1.5.
Let me tell you something.
High school. Mm-hmm.
5 years? Nah.
I couldn't be no 5-year girlfriend. I'm just keep it real. Like, listen, after a year or two, you don't know, then you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Word up. Real talk.
Never again, Victoria. I know that's right.
I'm sorry. I ain't got time. Listen, I am not 18 anymore.
Okay.
I can't.
Jehovah Exalt, honey, you keep switching your dates. I feel like you're being a distraction. Mm-hmm. Are you trying to be funny? Nope, I was 19. Oh, so you were young. Yeah, I don't think I had an attention span long enough for a relationship that long. Seriously, like my tolerance levels for, it's the word I'm looking for, nonsense.
Low. And the older you get, the shorter it gets.
Shorter. Like,
it's like you ain't the one. As soon as you open your mouth, you ain't the one. Or you will know.
So what about celebrating your parents on Valentine's Day? Is that okay? Mine is so low, it's not even funny. I'm like that now. Yeah. Somebody will try to talk to me today. By the end of, like, tomorrow. I already know. It's not going anywhere. When I seen that I was going nowhere, at 24, we were done. Amen. Situationship for 8 years, but he caught me at 18 years old.
Wow. Ooh. Situationship. I like that. That's dope.
Situationship. Yeah. I mean, yikes. I like a woman of God. You ain't she. Let's in here.
Amen. Yo, listen.
But that's really how it is.
That's real. That's like real
I told her earlier, I was like, the guy was like, oh, my relationship with God just isn't really that deep. And I was like, oh, okay. Deep. So I can't talk to you about basic surface level stuff. Get out of here.
You ain't with it. I ain't with it.
Ain't with it.
Like I said, we not 18 anymore. Like, we don't have time to waste. You gotta know what you know.
Discipling your dates. Exactly. Like, I'm not doing
time
that.
for that. Listen.
I don't have time to tell you certain things. Some things you need to just know
Hi,
already.
Alicia.
Hey, girl. She has the scope soon. You're not deep. That's exactly. If you're not deep, you're shallow.
Word.
So
that
I'm gonna need you to be deep.
Listen, just like rivers, when it's too shallow and things get too hot and dry up, ain't got time for that. None.
I'm gonna need you to be deep. I need you to know everything. I need you to be able to prophesy.
Tell me
what is on the Lord's heart. You need to stir me to run to God. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Stir me to run to God. Like, your relationship with God should inspire me to go harder. Girl, when I tell you celibate and they say, oh, but we can do others, I'll be like,
child, listen.
Do your phone. We could do other stuff. Swipe, block, delete.
That's a trap. That is a straight up trap.
He does have to want to know God. You're absolutely correct.
Who you talking to? Oh my goodness.
Will not be available. Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We probably just have it just for this.
Yeah. LOL, you funny and nice. Who are you? Lee Wilson. Entrepreneur, innovator. You don't scope, Mr. Wilson. Producer on social media.
If he's a producer, he need to produce some videos.
Jen, do you have a fashion photographer there? You know, I'm sure we do. I have a photographer that I need. That's when I sent him to a possible. Yeah. Okay. You just got started. I do the same thing, Liz. And we had this conversation like, I still need a Steven, Dr. Faith. It's going to be my now new pastor, Scott Delk, and my mama. Because my mama sees too. And collectively, because in a multitude of counsel, there's safety. I'm going to get everybody's opinion, and I'm going to submit everything back to God and see what he tells me, and then we're going to move forward.
Pretty much. No time to waste. Have you ever had a situation where when you first met somebody, like if you went out on a date, like you just knew in your spirit right then and there? Like it was just wrong.
I have. I get that more, I get that feeling sooner now than I used to.
Right.
But before, I would like play with the idea of like, oh, they're cute, and you know, they say they go to church.
I hate when people say I believe in God. I'm like, demons believe in God. Okay. What that mean?
Back in my days of not knowing any better, I also knew in my spirit that it was going to end in lust. Exactly. So are both of y'all sharing Periscope handles? She has her own. Yes, you can't ignore the closer you get to God, you can't. That was the worst. It is the worst. Don't play taboo. Exactly. Exactly. And then after my broken engagement, it seemed like I had a Jehovah's Witness come try to talk to me, and he was an amazing guy. Then I had a Muslim guy try to talk to me. He was an amazing guy. Like, the enemy will send you the package.
Be dressed up nice, got a Mercedes, made 6 figures, no kids, got his own crib.
It's worse the men that you meet in the church. Don't even. I'm not even in the right mind frame to talk about the men in the church, y'all.
Well,
testing your loyalty, yo. Seriously. But I'm not going to talk about the men in the church. I'm just going to keep praying for them, because I have some amazing men that are really chasing after God, that are my friends, and you guys have changed my perspective. But I've seen some things.
Yeah.
That are it's very disheartening.
For sure. And you would expect more out of them, because they know better. They know better. But they still want to have one foot in, one foot out. And what the Lord say He's going to do if you lukewarm.
Kingdom men, exactly. Kingdom men, not just men that are, keeping a seat warm in the pew and going through the actions. And I mean, and there are women like that too. Don't get me wrong. I know it goes both ways. It depends on who's leading them. Absolutely. You're right.
But I think sometimes they can just stray on their own and do whatever they want to do, because their flesh is all riled up.
And that's another thing too. Like, I'm going to ask you, who are you submitted to? I'm loving this real talk. Oh, thanks, boo.
Straight talk, no chaser.
Straight talk.
Straight talk, no chaser.
But who are you submitted to? Like, Who do you go to wise counsel for?
Right.
Who's holding you accountable? My ex-boyfriend is getting his PhD, doing so well with his life, but we're not equally yoked. Yo, that's like the...
Right, that's
right,
a
some
huge
of them know enough to be dangerous. Yeah, right. Who can I call when you lose your mind? Yeah. Let me tell you something. And my ex-fiance, he was submitted to my pastor. They were friends, and that was his pastor. And when he lost his mind, y'all, I called my pastor. He still lost his mind, but nonetheless, I need to know who to call so you can reel it back in.
He loses his mind, he gonna call 911 because he gonna be all right.
You're not all the way delivered.
I'm not. I'm trying. Listen, I'm
Everybody
saved.
stretch your hand to the screen, please.
I'm saved, Lord, but I haven't been delivered all the way in certain things. I need trust. He don't want it. He don't want it. Don't try to act crazy. Listen, I got 4 brothers and they are about that life. Listen,
She's fresh out of New York, y'all. I've been here for a few years. I'm from New Jersey, but she fresh, like fresh.
Oh, Lord. Pray for me.
We gonna pray.
I'm working on it.
We working on it. But to answer your question, was he a praying man? He did pray. And y'all know the crazy thing? Like, he was all out for God, reading his Bible. He even had, there's a blog still up about his, journey with God and everything. Crazy. But he just wasn't the one. The picture was painted very well, though.
What do you do, though, in a situation where it's like in your flesh, you're like, oh, he's so fine, he got all these things, and it's like you can see him striving, but he just don't make it. It's like he right in front of the finish line, and it's like you just didn't cross over yet, and you're trying to be patient, you praying, because you can never change a man's heart. Like, only God can change the hearts of men only. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody has time for that, honey.
And it's like in the beginning,
a man like that can't lead you.
That's right, right?
That's why we have you sisters to push us.
Like,
girl, run and pray for that. I know my triggers. Undecided. Why you waiting on potential?
Hey, yes, Liz. Yes.
That potential will get you every time, especially when you really want to be with somebody. You're like, you know what, God? He on his way. You know what I'm saying? He on his way. Okay. Potential don't have to come true. That I'm a witness. Okay, not push us in the dirt. Yeah, we're not going to push you in the dirt. It's worse for men, I think. You think so, Ivan? It might just be worse in your perspective. It might be equal. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I know women are like that too, but
I feel like women are a little bit more open to change.
Men are potential chasers too. And you know what? It might be a little bit worse for men because you guys are supposed to lead women. So it's a little bit okay to kind of think, you know what? I'm going to lead her to Christ. But we're not told just to run. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really, really good point. You should scope about that.
Word.
I would love to hear that perspective. Yes, we have to answer to Christ. So yeah. That's true. And I won't lie, it's a lot of pressure on y'all. Create a wife syndrome. Jinx.
So what do y'all feel about like those 15-year relationships? Like, I be seeing a lot of women that are with their men for like
this
a long time.
Do you believe God has a specific man for you? Yes, I do. Listen, Mike built like a Build-A-Bear, LOL. Yeah, this is not Build-A-Bear. Oh my God, Jinx, Liz.
So what do you think about women who are with men for like 10 years?
I mean,
11 years.
You're crazy. You need, if you don't know within at least the first 6 months to a year whether we're going to really pursue this thing or not, bye.
Right.
Why do women decide to wait on potential and God is already preparing your husband? Because we become desperate. And we submit to our loneliness instead of submitting to God.
Right.
So we start, feeling like, let's just kind of get with somebody to fulfill this feeling in my flesh because I want company.
Right.
Lack of understanding too. Right. Lack of understanding and lack of identity. You don't know who you are. If you know who you are, you know what you deserve. Right. So you wouldn't settle for something like that.
Don't settle for less when God has his best waiting for you.
Exactly. It's amazing that even the angels came from heaven to be with the woman from the start. What?
breathe.
I'm back.
Why are you laughing?
You were like, what?
I'm sorry.
I'm back.
No, because it caught me off guard.
I gotta teach her scope etiquette, y'all.
I'm sorry.
It's hot.
That was hot because you was laughing so hard.
Ooh.
Ooh, child. That was funny.
We're not laughing at you. I'm laughing at because she was like, what?
Oh, God.
Tay, is your hair in twists?
It is. I got like this little donut. Y'all know y'all saw me with like the short black hair, but I'm back to my happy roots. So I got like this little twist. She has great
hair. I don't even know why she put the short hair in. She has beautiful hair.
Thank you. Because I get bored with my natural hair. It's a lot of work, people. It's a lot of work.
It is cute.
Thank you. Thank you, Alicia.
Right, Alicia? She has beautiful hair.
You my hair inspiration.
Her and Tanya. If I can get some of them curls that Tanya has.
Yes, honey. Trust.
It's growing so much.
It is. I'm trying. I still got my struggle bun, but it's all right.
So, yeah.
We're back. We're done laughing.
We're back. Just had a brief intermission. We needed to laugh a little. Laughter is good for the soul.
Natural hair is a part-time job. It sure is. If you see how many products, especially when I do a wash and go, I don't know who said that was a wash and go. There's no such thing as wash and go. Okay?
How would you address a man in pursuit that is not on your level? I would pursue friendship at all costs. And I wouldn't let it go any further. And when he tried to do something different, I would honestly just tell him, you know what? I think we're better off friends.
This ain't gonna work, bruh.
I'm just at a place where I can be really, really good, really honest with somebody politely without,
She has to teach me how to be more of a gentle spirit. Because I be like, listen. No.
It's learned. You gotta fast for it.
Yes. I'm gonna have to fast for 40 days for that.
Let me tell y'all something. When I saw in Proverbs 31 that it said that when she speaks with kindness and wisdom, I said, oh.
I got the wisdom.
I said, wait a minute.
The kindness is kind.
I skipped that part a few times every time I read this book.
I feel like you can be direct and kind at the same time.
When you fall in love with the truth, it will be easier. I believe so.
Yeah. Because what happens if he don't just take no for an answer, though? He's still trying to send you flowers and try to be very persistent and everything.
I know a few of them.
Girl.
And you just have to be nice. You just be pleasantly nice. How do you define submission and the prerequisites to validate it in a relationship?
She said black ministry.
Submission. I define submission as in, no one is perfect still. A mild spirit is nice to have. Yeah, right. No one's perfect. Absolutely. Submission. I'm only going to submit to a man who is 100% submitted to God.
Right.
Okay. And then a man that God has confirmed that is going to be my husband. And even with that, I don't believe that my husband's going to want me to submit in a certain way until we have officially become husband and wife.
Right.
So, what that looks like in my mind as a married woman is, being a unit. My mom has always taught me that once you become married, you become one person. You move as a unit, you think as a unit, you do everything as one. You make your decisions together. So I will not be able to just be single, free, entrepreneur Jennifer that gets to travel and up and move and shop the way that she wants to. I'm going to have to consult with my husband.
Right. And a lot of people look at submission as a bad thing. And I think that submission is very good. Beautiful, because it's a choice. You don't have, not saying you don't have to, but submission is a choice that you do for the man that you love.
Exactly.
You submit to him as he submits to God.
And I think a man that's submitted to Christ makes it easier for a woman to submit to him in peace. And not saying that it's always going to be peaches and berries. I believe there is going to be some times where I'm going to be tested. especially, no, I'm not even going to say
Right.
that, I will be tested, and I'm going to have to really just be like, okay, God, I'm going to take this to the closet because I don't understand, but I'm going to obey what your words say. The fact that you have the ability to decide to submit is an indication that you have power. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. People say, like, you know, that verse in the Bible where it says, wives, submit to your husbands. But it says, husband, love your wives. So that's important, too.
And submission is definite war room style, y'all.
Wow.
You see my closet.
Yes, girl.
War room style.
I'm about to get her a helmet. She ready for battle.
But submission is it's a two-way street. And I believe that the right man, if you're in the right relationship, it'll be a submitting to each other. You know, it'll be like serving each other. Submission allows us women to be double covered by God and by our husbands. Absolutely. I like that. Double covered. I like that.
Right. What about when they say, like, in relationships you're supposed to go like 50-50? I don't agree with that because I don't want half of anything. It's 100% effort on both ends. 100. Or they say, oh, he completes me. No, the Lord completes you. No. You need to be complete in Jesus.
Exactly.
Like, there is no, oh, he or she completes me. Not at all.
They compliment you.
Exactly.
They don't complete you.
Not at all.
I'm already complete in Christ.
Hallelujah. Say it. Yes, Lord. So, but all of this is learned through trial and error and really just seeking God and how He has intended for relationships and marriages to be. It takes a lot of, you know, just prayer and just asking God to just show you.
Yes, a compliment and not a remedy. Or replacement.
People not looking for love. Some people looking for help.
Yeah,
they want help.
On both ends.
Yep. Men and women. They looking for help.
Men and women. Men are looking for to come up too. And you be like, wait a minute. What? You think you gonna get my coin? And you don't know how to make your own? You crazy.
Right. Trying to come in. Sugar mama's over here, honey.
For real. And add and multiply my life, not subtract. Exactly. Like, both of our lives should excel because we've come together. We should be bearing fruit. It shouldn't be anything lacking or suffering because of us coming together. That's a clear indication. Oh, this ain't from God.
Right.
Good fruit, right.
And then what about, like, when women and men say that they want somebody that's just like them? That's the good and the bad. That is just like you. And I look at it like this. Like, if you had a puzzle, if all the puzzle pieces were just alike, you couldn't put them pieces together. Because in a puzzle, like, you have a piece that's missing so that the part that actually has the piece can go into it. So your strengths will be complementary to his weaknesses and vice versa. So I don't want somebody that's just like me. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't want anybody that's just like me. I need somebody that can calm my crazy and vice versa.
Hello.
You know? I need somebody that fits in perfectly but is not exactly like me. Like, we have similar traits, things that we agree on. Yes, to the crazy. Yeah, I need somebody that can calm my crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I have a little bit of a fiery side. So I think my husband's going to be a little bit more gentle and like laid back and cool, which will make it easier for me to just be laid back and cool too.
Yeah. And people say, like, I'm very bubbly. I'm very upbeat. So my husband's going to probably be laid back. I'm like, why are you so laid back? Turn up.
Not turn up. I love you guys. I took a study break. We'll catch the remainder on the replay. Okay. Let's see who's in here. So, yeah.
Yeah, so.
This was fun.
It was fun. I like talking about relationships and love.
You guys got any more questions? If not, we're not going to keep you. Because we're not doing a 2-hour scope like
no,
Steven
ma'am. Oh,
Steven will have you on Periscope.
Where my glasses at? Where the shades? He ain't even in there. Is he in there?
Where?
He's in there?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
He was with TJ, so we can FaceTime him after this.
Cool beans. I guess there's no more things. Well, I'm glad you guys had such awesome input. I really
this
appreciate
was really
that.
interesting from the beginning to the end.
Yes, it was. You guys are very smart. Especially Liz. She was dropping that knowledge.
Yo, the Saints came in here like,
they
no,
showed it.
You cannot. And I was like, whoa. Night. But yeah, this was fun. Bye, guys.